Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 20th. We're going to jump right in here, Aries, and we're going to see what is going on in your current general energies. You have this shape-shifting card, and you've had a lot of these like change cards going on in your readings. What I would say to you is that a lot of these changes should be upgrades for you, for sure. So I'm getting the word upgrade here, and you have this Wish Upon a Star card, which is a really good card, Aries. So there definitely could be some improvements or some, good things coming in for you at this time. So, it really looks like an upgrade to me. I definitely would watch your words at this time. We're in a time of manifestation on steroids, as I always say, mostly because of Neptune and Pisces. Like, we can manifest things very, very quickly and, kind of like without even realizing it. So I would definitely watch your words at this time and only use positive words in your life so that and you have the Magician right here, which literally says to make sure to only use positive words. But there's some sort of transition that you're clearly going through with this shape-shifting card or some sort of change. What I would say is that you have the High Priestess here. So it's like there are some, and especially ending with the Magician as well, the Magician has mastery over all the suits in the tarot. So, it's like the Magician kind of can sometimes represent needing to use every single tool that you have at your disposal. But, there's a lot of that energy right now where I feel like we could be trying to do things like starting businesses or, whatever you want to do, doesn't matter. And we could be trying to do things, but it's almost as if it like one way isn't working. And maybe we're just using the wrong tool or, maybe we're presenting things in the wrong way. So especially for those of you in work or business, I would stay open to different ways of doing things. Some of you could also be dealing with a Pisces or an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo. You have the World here. It could be a Capricorn as well. They could have any of those signs in their chart, but you get this every single reading that I do for you. So if you're looking for love, there you go. You have the Seven of Cups as well. Seven of Cups is needing to focus on like what you really truly want. Again, I think with Pluto going into Aquarius, we all know what we want. The problem with Pluto and Aquarius is I think that there's the fear of like exposure. There's the fear of telling people the truth basically with Pluto and Aquarius. And it's not like the truth. It's more your truth. Like if you want to, build sandcastles all day, right? And if that's like your truth, that's not, acceptable by society's standards, according to who, I have no clue. But, again, the whole point of, I think, part of Pluto and Aquarius, there's a lot more than that. But on a personal level, is to just not care what people think, is to, follow your heart. If that's what your heart is telling you to do, then you should do it. And you should not care about the judgments. And, I definitely get that here on the Seven of Cups. You have the Four of Swords. You have two fours here going up to this King of Wands. Again, Four of Swords, a card of recovery. I feel like it's interesting that there's this groundhog here. Groundhogs, the groundhog medicine is that they kind of go through multiple deaths and rebirths in their life. They have multiple chambers in their burrows, and they go from one to the other, and it kind of represents death and rebirth, or, reinventing yourself. And the Magician is a card of reinvention. You have this shape-shifting card, and that could also be, you're born very close to Pisces. You're the next sign, obviously. And, the thing is that Pisces is considered the chameleon. We are in a time of Pisces as well, because we have Neptune and Pisces. Saturn will be moving into Pisces soonish as well. So it's like you also have some of that, like, shape-shifting ability. So I'd say if you want to blend into an energy, just act as if. It's just that simple. So that's what I'd be doing here. With the High Priestess, you have the Magician. I knew that those two were exactly the same. I feel like these two in this reading are connected. I feel like it's just this reinvention energy. You just have to, here you go, right there. You just have to see yourself as an energy and you will have it. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups. I do feel like some of you could be kind of like thinking about love or dealing with love here. You have the Queen of Cups, Seven of Cups, Four of Wands, marriage. You have the Seven of Pentacles, which is like some sort of change in your love life. You do have the Devil here, but the interesting thing is that, number one, it could just be a Capricorn. Number two, I do feel like you could be attracting like a very passionate connection. King, and you have the King and Queen of Cups here, which is like divine counterparts. So if you're attracting love, definitely could be very passionate. I feel that, well, number one, this is showing up in the good stuff, so it doesn't matter that the devil is showing up at the end here. I just think there's a lot of passion. And again, it's going to be good no matter what. What I would also say is I do feel that if you're getting into something new or if you're meeting someone new I would say over like the next 7 months, I don't know. I don't trust psychic timing, but that Seven of Pentacles is standing out to me. So I would say that I would just be careful that like sometimes I think we can be in a good connection, but we can still kind of get a little bit lost in the connection. We can still kind of, allow it to consume our life. So I feel like this is saying balance, right? Make sure that you're not like ignoring other important things in your life. With the Four of Swords, you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing, but it can also just represent tactics. He's normally stealing the swords in the background, and it kind of represents doing things tactically. So don't be afraid to use your tactics to be successful. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Wish Upon a Star card. I feel like you've been hoping for a change. You've been hoping and making wishes and hoping for improvements. So I kind of feel that something that's unexpected is that you're actually getting something that you've been asking for. So if you've been, asking for love, you have the Four of Wands here. Could be the person that you marry. If you've been asking for a settlement as well as popping into my head, then you could be getting, maybe you're in something legal. I don't know, that might only be for like one or two of you, but if you're in something legal, it looks to me like you could be getting the settlement or, something here is coming to a close, especially with this Two of Pentacles showing up here. And I have a lot of things. So again, whatever you're asking for, I feel like you're getting it. Mostly also because you have the World and the Four of Wands. Both cards kind of represent accomplishments. The Four of Wands is more kind of a card of completion. Normally there's like a finish line at the top of the Four of Wands, and I always say it's my card of, hitting a finish line or getting to some sort of finish line in your life. So a lot of you could be reaching a finish line. You could be completing projects, wrapping things up. I'm also getting here with the King of Wands that these could be personal development like milestones, but maybe you don't realize it, right? Usually when we hit these personal development milestones, maybe the universe wants us to reach a certain level of confidence to move our business forward. We don't really realize that that's what we're doing, but I bet if you look back at all the changes that you've been making over just like the last 6 months, right? Probably since the summertime, I would say that, a lot of you, maybe these things have been like confidence, really attaching to your emotions as well. I'm getting here with that King of Cups. Like you could be, especially in work or business, I feel like you could be looking at work or business and saying like, where does my heart attach to this? Or does it? Or am I doing things that I actually really, really love and want to do? You could be asking a lot of these questions, but again, I bet a lot of the personal development type stuff you've been doing is attached to those things. And again, I think this is going to lead to just stronger commitments. We're not necessarily talking about love here either. Again, the Four of Wands can be marriage, but this could be in business as well. Again, you could be making a deeper commitment to your business or your career. It could be anything, really. It could be a deeper commitment to your health, whatever you're working on. You have the World here, and the World is a card of achievements. So it's like you're achieving a lot at this time. Again, I want to stress that you have the Two of Pentacles here. We're going to come back to the Two of Pentacles. Doesn't even want to focus, but Two of Pentacles is like work hard, play hard. I see this. I just happen to know that we have Saturn moving into Pisces soon. You have the Devil here with the Magician. Really good, actually, because they're showing up in the good stuff. But I kind of get this feeling of working too much. So, yes, I think that you are having a lot of achievements. It's like you want to do the work because you're having the achievements, right? But I would also make sure that you're kind of balancing things out here with the Two of Pentacles. I also have the word Texas popping into my head. I don't know, some of you might be moving to Texas or thinking about moving to Texas. It popped into my head. Or you might live in Texas right now. I feel like there's something here. If you live in Texas, there's something for you. Here, I feel like it's attached to your work. Maybe you're like waiting for a new job or you've been trying to get a job in Texas. I don't know, it just popped into my head randomly. So there you go. With the World, you have the King of Swords. Yes, you are becoming an expert. A lot of your readings have been saying this. You have Jupiter in your first house. It's going to leave your first house. Doesn't matter. It's going to retrograde back into your first house. So it really wouldn't surprise me if a lot of you were very, very focused on kind of like anything having to do with your place in the world, how you are perceived by people in your life. I really feel like you're kind of expressing yourself more. I'm not really getting anything like King of Swords energy here. That's not what I'm getting. I'm just getting more like how you express yourself and you're being seen, which is very important. And by the way, if you're involved in something legal, this could be very good. With the Four Wands, are you kidding me? I mean, you have the King of Cups here, so clearly these two divine counterparts, exactly what I said. There's some obstacles here. I'm wondering, there could be distance. You could be meeting a person from Texas. That could be what's coming in here, or whatever. There are clearly some obstacles with that Seven of Cups, but the Four Wands is like a commitment. So I would say go for it, especially if you're talking to a person. For a lot of you, I feel like either you work with this person or you do the same work as this person. I don't know. That's what's popping into my head. Again, that you could meet this person through friends as well. Take how it resonates. Again, general reading. But, I feel like this is a really good match. Could lead to marriage. Four Wands. So there you go. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Hermit. Could also be a Virgo as well. You do have a lot of Earth here. You have basically everything here. Could be any sign, but could be a Virgo. For others, I really feel like you need to shine bright. I get something here about needing to not take things personally. Didn't I say this to you? I said, I'm pretty sure it was you last week that I said, lions don't care about the opinions of sheep, right? And so I feel like you're like a lion, even though you're an Aries. Doesn't matter. I feel like you're kind of like, you have this very confident, bold, assertive energy that I see in this side of the reading, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But I feel like you also, I feel like could be a lot, it's like if people are criticizing you or whatever, I would just ignore it. This is why. Because in the area of the critical information you need to hear right now, you have this parrot that says, watch your words. When we, worry about people who are criticizing us, then we're giving them more power, right? So I feel like this is saying, ignore it. And also only use positive words against yourself. Plain and simple. Don't use any negative words. You have the King of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords here. Everybody gets the Eight of Swords with the Magician right now. Why? I mean, well, really, because I think there's I've explained it before. I think that all our solutions need to be third place solutions. And you might be saying, what is a third place solution? A third place solution is, if you look at all the problems in the world right now, it's like this side, that side. But it's like, what if there's something up here that's like better? That's a third place solution. It's something that no one has ever thought of. So, I'm telling you right now, if you want to be successful, third place solutions, thinking outside the box, not picking sides as well, that's where the success is going to come from. If you want to invent something, have a business, come up with a different solution, and I promise you, you will be successful. So that's why that keeps coming up. You have the Seven of Pentacles here. I do feel like an increase in your finances because I feel like you're taking new risks or doing things differently in your business. So I see a big increase here, and I feel like it's something that's going to go up over time. I don't know, that's what I feel like saying. So whatever you're doing in your business could be increasing significantly right now. I also feel that some of you, I feel like you could be doing other things that are creating abundance in your life. Like you could be trying to diversify your finances and things like that. And I feel like that would be, a good idea as well. You have the King of Wands. I really feel this is just you kind of like picking up the slack. I feel like you're becoming more confident. I don't know why I said picking up the slack. There's some sort of slack that you're picking up here. The other thing is that on this King of Wands, there are some people that are kind of like working behind him. Again, if I were you, or a Pisces, and guess what? I am a Pisces. Like my major focus has been like hiring people this year for the other businesses I have and like other things that I do because I don't know. I just think there's a lot of really good opportunities to do things that are more important. It's like we have Pluto is going from Capricorn to Aquarius, and it's like Pluto in Capricorn is like the end of establishment, but it's also efficiency. And it's like if you're doing things that are not important in your business, for example, then you're going to have a hard time. Trust me, I get tons of comments from people that are always like, well, I do everything by myself. I'm like, oh, wow, stunning and brave, right? You are making your life harder. How cool is that? It's not. I'm here to tell you, right? So it's like there's no honor in not asking people for help. And it's like, I don't know where this, I call it toxic independence because it's like really, you're just making things slower for yourself. And also, it's like when we hire people, when we do things for other people, we're like creating more abundance, which creates more abundance for you. So I would say anything you can do. And again, this is, I'm starting a whole new channel where I'm talking all about this. If you're interested, it's just the Chris Rec channel linked in the, on the front page of this channel. But what I would say is the reason is because of Pluto and Aquarius, it's a collective. Anything we can do to benefit the collective, giving people jobs. You don't even have to hire people. This could be like hiring outsourcers, which, they're not like full-time employees, right? Stuff like that. Anything you can do will just increase your abundance. So for those of you that have a business, anything like that, there are cheap places too, like Fiverr. You can hire people for like $5 to do stuff. But anything you can do to outsource would be a good idea, especially for those of you with a business. With the King of Wands, you have the Devil again. Again, the devil can represent things that steal your energy, right? It can represent things that can steal your time as well. It's like I say, like I don't mow my own lawn. I have someone who does it because it's like not worth my time. It's like way more worth my time to do this and work in my other businesses. So it's like I don't even bother doing that, right? And plus I don't want to do it in the first place, right? But I understand that it costs money, so you have to get to that point in the first place. But I would make that a goal if that's what you want, or maybe you want someone to clean your house or whatever. It's like I would make it a goal and start moving in that direction so that things aren't stealing your energy. It's funny we were talking about Capricorn, and there you go. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Sun. It's like the things that you give attention to will grow, plain and simple. Seven of Pentacles is something growing. The Sun makes things grow, right? But it's a card of attention, and I feel like this is very simple, especially with that Watch Your Words card. The positive things, if you give positive things attention, that's what's going to grow. If you give negative things attention, that's what's going to grow. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Chariot. Yeah, every single person has had the Chariot, and the Chariot is about setting yourself apart, I believe, right now. The Chariot normally has the city behind him. He's going away from the city because he wants to set himself apart. The other thing about the Chariot is that the Chariot rider, the person in the Chariot, he looks like the Magician. And the Magician can represent like needing to have a new beginning. So this really tells me that you're probably having some sort of new beginning in your life, or you're finding success. I also feel that some of you clearly could be moving. We talked about this, so there you go. You have this next in the area of the good stuff. You have this community card. Again, teamwork makes the dream work. Anything you can do to work together with other people would be a good idea. If you're scared, go follow my other channel. I talk all about it. I've literally been doing this for almost, like 15 years over for a very long time. So it's like, what I would say here is it's not that scary. But, I think your community could be very helpful, or, getting people to work for you would be very beneficial. And again, this doesn't have to be, big things. I think this can be very little things. And that's what I'd be working on here. You have the King of Cups. Again, really tells me that if you're looking for love, I feel like you will find this person in your community. There's something about your community. Could literally be where you live. You could be moving. They could be moving. And that's how you can meet this person. You also, again, I get this sense of belonging to a community. You might belong to like an online community as well. So if you belong to like a Facebook group or something like that, I don't know, it's popping into my head. That could be where you're meeting this person as well. And I'm telling you right now, it is definitely a good person. You have the Four of Wands. I feel like, in the area of the good stuff, you have this devil, very passionate devil, right? I even had to black it out. That's how passionate it is, right? There's nothing there, YouTube, that you can see. So don't worry, YouTube, please chill out. Okay, calm down, right? But what I would say here is that I feel this is a very passionate, desireful, a lot of desire here. Probably won't be able to keep your hands off each other. So I would go for it with the Devil card. You also have the Magician. Again, this is something you asked for. The interesting thing is that if this is a person you have your eye on, it's like I feel like other people have asked for this person as well, but they've screwed up. Or again, this person, it's kind of like popping into my head that if you're attracting a new person, that this person, like their last person prayed for them as well, but they screwed up. So, I feel like this person might be a little guarded, but at the same time, I feel like they're kind of open. This King of Cups, he has very open body language. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. I think they're just a person who's very open. But this King of Cups in particular, in this deck, which is the Wheel of the Year Tarot, he has very open body language. So again, I feel like this person, it's like they've been hurt, but I feel like they're open, and I feel like you're attracting them. I also would use your powers of manifestation. Clearly, you have that Parrot Spirit, you have that Wish Upon a Star card. There could be a lot of abundance or success coming in for you, but it's going to come in through your wishes. With the King of Cups, you have the Nine of Swords. Again, this is the good stuff, so it doesn't matter what card shows up here. It's going to be positive no matter what. I feel like you're bringing a cycle to an end. I also feel like this person, if this is love for you, is ending a cycle. I feel like they've had a cycle of like a string of bad relationships, or it's like they really give their all, and they always get screwed. So, and I think I said this to you last time as well, and I get the same, vibe here. So, I feel like they're ending a cycle with this Nine of Swords energy. I feel like the thing that will stand out to you as well, sorry, I don't know why this just went off, but I'm going to have to fix that. The thing that will stand out to you about this person is I feel like they're ending a lot of cycles in life. With the Devil, you have the King of Pentacles. Yes, could be an earth sign, or they have a lot of earth in their chart. And I feel like they want permanence. King of Pentacles wants a permanent positive connection, and he usually stays in connections forever. So, that's what I'd say here. I would also say that you have all four kings now. So, definitely like emperor type vibes. But again, take it how it resonates. With the Magician, you have the Two of Pentacles. Yes. Here's the thing about attraction. If you're only like working, then you're going to have a hard time attracting the things you want. Again, we have to do things in balance for the law of attraction to work. If you're only focusing on work, then you're probably focusing on things you don't want. When we go play, when we go do something fun, we get out of our head, then good things can happen. But we have to get out of our head, right? When you're doing something that you enjoy, like a hobby, playing with friends, going out to play, right? If you're going to the movies, things like that, then you're not thinking about those things. And when you're out of your head, then you're like creating less resistance. So, I would look for opportunities to do that. We're going to pull 5 main themes now here, Aries. And we're going to see, I'm not surprised that this came up. You have this boat card that says money or property through inheritance, winning or windfall, major increases in your finances, Jupiter in your first, Jupiter going into your second, Jupiter retrograding into your first, and then going back into your second next year. I mean, or at the end of this year, I should say. It's going to be really good. You have this goldfish. It says increases in material wealth or spiritual growth. Yeah, it's like whatever you're working on. Again, I kind of said this earlier. It's like you're working on something that's going to go up over time. Those were the words I was getting. You have this unicorn. It says use your intuition, High Priestess, to make beneficial changes. Yes, trust your intuition. Very intuitive time for you here, Aries. You have this April card and this gavel card. It says involvement with the law. We saw something about the law here for some of you. I actually feel that this is only if you are dealing with something like a divorce or separation or something like that. And I feel there will be law and order here. I also feel that for some of you that there is a change coming in April. Remember I said that you've been working on something since, maybe over the summer, like the past 6 months or so. And I felt it with that King of Wands energy. And I feel like this is connected to that. So it's like by April, I feel like you'll have kind of completed this cycle. You have this teardrops card. It says great personal sorrow. I feel like this is like past situations, the way things used to be. Everybody has gotten something like this. And I would say, again, that's probably one of the challenges of Pluto and Aquarius, is that a lot of us could be thinking about the way things used to be, and that could be a problem. So I'll say that. But this looks really good, Aries. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.